drive way back into right field. Oh my goodness, this one has gone a long way.
Hit the catwalk.
It hit the catwalk, and that's going to be a home run for Prince Fielder as it bounces back onto the field. How majestic was that?
It's a shame that it hit that catwalk, because I would have loved to see how far that hanging curveball that Ramos threw the Prince would go.
Now here's Moore's pitch. And Jeter hits a long drive to right center field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Is that amazing that a man could capture a moment like that on the first pitch? Derek Jeter homers into the right center field bleachers. El Capitan. He has come home, and boy, are we happy.
Here's Luis Cruz. He has flied out and struck out. Manny Machado, foul territory, long throw. Oh, mercy! Got to see that one for a few years. What a play by Machado into foul territory, and then with that cannon for an R.
There goes the north field on a high fly ball to deep right field.
A beautiful look there at the skyline of Philadelphia, PA. It's the Reds and the Phillies next on the show. Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Phillies since 2004, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Central leading Cincinnati Reds and the Phillies. Hi again, folks. Welcome back to Phillies baseball here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first two games of the series.
Yeah, and you see the result from last night. Very high-scoring game. That's not the first time that's happened at this place. Very important for our two starters here to keep the ball in the yard if they want to have any shot.
More from the guys as this one goes along. But first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Cincinnati Reds as they'll line themselves up like this here this afternoon. And look there at the starting pitcher charged with facing these guys as his numbers are on your screen. Brandon Phillips will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits 9th in the National League in batting at the start of play. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one.
0 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 4 on Friday. You could use a good at-bat here.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ballgame. So it's a leadoff base runner here for Cincinnati. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set. And meanwhile, this pitch gets away from him. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And he's going to lay one down here, and it looks like it'll be a good one. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Joey Votto will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month, as you see him there. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. Jay Bruce will stand in, and he's certainly a dangerous man up there, currently second in the National League in RBIs. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. Runners are at the corners with one man out. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And this is fouled back and out of play. And there's a swing and a miss by Bruce as he set down on strikes, 2 away.
Well, you know, you really hate to see this first inning opportunity slip away, especially with 2 guys on and your cleanup hitter up there. But now it's going to take a 2-out hit from your number 5 guy to put a crooked number on the board.
Bird is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Reds strand a couple. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Starting lineup for the Phillies is there on your screen. Home half of inning number 1 as the leadoff hitter digs in to start things out.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder, number 19.
Now a ball swung on and taken the opposite way out toward fairly deep left center. Heisey is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-pitch out to start the home first. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the former MVP, shortstop Jimmy Rollins. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Out in front a bit as this is pulled down the line to first. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game. Around first, on his way to second now, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2-base hits this year. And as of this moment, they're currently tied for second in that department. Chase Utley will stand in, coming off a 2-home run game a night ago. Fouled back. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Rollins leads from second. Now the pitch. And a fastball that's lifted the other way out to left. Heisey comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Ryan Howard will stand in, and he was a big part of the win last night as he contributed 3 hits to his guys' effort. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Onto the bag with it himself is Votto, and the inning is over. 1 left for Philadelphia. After 1, no score. Ryan Ludwig will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Now a a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And this is lined into left field, and the leadoff man will reach. It's a base hit.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Nobody out, runner on first. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. Utley for one. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Yeah, and right here, he knew that at second base he was going to have to hurry this throw back to first if he had any chance to double him up. And you see his throw get away from him, but since there's no advancement, it's going to be a straight fielder's choice, no error on the play.
Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. Catch made over there by Ashe for out number 2.
That's something a lot of men suffer from. Fear of commitment. He can't make up his mind whether to swing at this pitch or not. So he tries to hold up, but it's too late as this turns into an easy little liner over to third.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. No score here as we play inning number 2. And over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Now another 0-2. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. One left for Cincinnati. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Will Nieves will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a fastball swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And the home half of the second begins with a home run. A solo shot here to left, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
This is one of those guys that's always been known as more of a defensive catcher than an offensive threat. But he is a big guy, so when he does square him up, they go a long way.
Dominic Brown will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night. Lays off 1-0.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. And this is handled by Ludwig now for the first out.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball, but he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Marlon Byrd will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. And this is going to be a foul ball. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Now here's a swing and a little bouncer out to the left of the mound. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. Cody Ashe will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike one. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And this is going to be a foul ball. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Line drive, caught at first by Votto. Unlucky that time, and that ball will end the inning. But the Phillies strike first on this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. And this one misses to Phillips. It's a ball and a strike. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now a ground ball towards the hole. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
How about it? Third baseman, Jack Hanahan.
Jack Hanahan will dig in. No official at-bat yet as he delivered a sacrifice bunt in his first appearance. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Reaches and hits this one hard the other way, but a quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone.
Yeah, well, he tried to go down and get that one, but wound up not really making solid contact on it, and it winds up an easy little liner.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. That's heading for the hole, and it'll indeed find the hole into right. He's 2 for 2. It's a base hit. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see there, he's off to a flying start. The NL's leader in that department here in the month of May. Jay Bruce will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Yeah, and you know what? You've got a better matchup on deck here with 2 outs. So on 3-1 now, they may not take any chances with this guy.
Votto, the runner at first, the pitch. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. Reds lead one. They still trail 1-0. Roberto Hernandez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Roberto.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And this is in the dirt as it's swung on and missed, but this should be a pretty straightforward play to first. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Number 19 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Now a ball hit in the air to left center. And Ludwig will make the play for route number 2.
The shortstop, number 11, Jimmy Rollins.
So the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Chris Heisey will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Left fielder.
And this ball will be chopped foul. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Utley at second. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Ryan Ludwig will dig in. He singled his first time around. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Up with it is Rollins. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out. Zach Cozart will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now a swing, and oh boy, ground balls have ruled the inning. A 3rd straight right here. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Brian Pena is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And this one gets past Howard down the line. It's a fair ball. And they won't get him at third. They're runners at the corners here with 2 gone.
Well, that is just picture perfect right there. You know as a hitter that you're going to want to make sure you hit it to the right side to get that runner to third base. But if you do it well enough, you get yourself a base hit to go along with it. Check it out. He lets this pitch get almost past him, but then he manages to still get good contact and send it into right field for the base hit.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. In for strike 2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Reds strand a couple. They're down 1-0. Chase Utley will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Second baseman, Chase Utley.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Ludwig is there to make the catch, and the home half of the fourth starts with a 1-pitch out.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Ryan Howard swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Will Nieves will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Let's go one more time, baby.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
Let's go, Phillies, come on.
And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. 3-2, here it is. And this is fouled straight back. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and he'll have himself a base hit.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Dominic Brown will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Back to the top of the order now, and stepping in the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. In there, 0-1. And this one misses to Phillips. It's a ball and a strike. To right field. And the leadoff man gone now to start the fifth.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
Jack Hanahan is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1. One pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart from most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Joey Votto will step in, a base hit in his last time. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
And now a swing and a ball hit in the air at left field. And this will be taken in by Brown as he's got it for the second out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Jay Bruce will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game. And you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 left for Cincinnati. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Marlon Byrd will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Marlon Byrd.
In the air to left center. Ludwig is there, and it takes just 1 pitch to retire the leadoff man in the home half of the 5th. Cody Ashe will stand in, a line-out victim his first time. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1.
Well, you see his pitch count on your screen right there. That's not a mistake. He's been loving those first pitch outs, that's for sure.
Fouled straight back. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. The next 0-2. And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Roberto Hernandez will try it again, set down on strikes his first time. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Let's go, Phillies!
2 out, nobody on. And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. Ludwig will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they're on top 1-0. Chris Heisey will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that strike zone looks like it's tightening up a bit.
And this will be fouled away. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Swing and a shot back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Ball 1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here comes a 1-2 to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. No runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And this is fouled back and out of play. That's slowly hit to the right side. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out. Zach Cozart will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one. Fastball swung on and hit on the ground at third. Throw gets him, 2 down. Brian Pena will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Line hard to the left side. But this is a foul ball. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And Brown will put this one away, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Number 19 will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far.
For the Phillies, center fielder, number 19.
Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Fouled back. The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. Now a ball hits softly out towards center. In there with base hit.
Well, you know, he's shaking his head a little bit there down at first base. He knows he got a gift base hit right there. All this is a little looper. It barely even reaches the outfield grass. I don't even think it bent the grass when it hit the ground. But it's good enough to sneak by those 2 middle infielders and into center field for a hit.
Jimmy Rollins will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. He's running towards second. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Cueto will go to first, and he's back in standing. Runner going a second time. Fouled straight back. Again, he's off for second. And fastball that's taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. And he will pull into second with a double.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one off the wall out there. He's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Chase Utley will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. Swinging a ground ball to first. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
1 out for the Phils in their half of the 6th. And digging in, slugging first baseman Ryan Howard. Now here's a swing by Howard, and the big fella launches this one out to deep right field. And that will find the seats, a home run. It's a two-run shot here for Ryan Howard. Number 10 for him on the year, as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. So now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he has hit everything in sight.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Sam LeCure is on, and he'll take over on the mound. Will Nieves will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning, as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And Ludwig will make the play for route number 2.
Left fielder number 9.
Dominic Brown will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Hanahan has got it, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. The 9 1-2 hitters due up to start the 7th. It's now 4-0 Philadelphia. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. And it looks like we're going to have a move for a pinch hitter, as it's the left-handed hitting Skip Schumacher that starts to loosen up in the on-deck circle. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, I need to see that again because I agree. It looked like he flat missed that call behind the plate.
And there's a base hit, so a good job off the bench to get him started here in the 7th.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Bird will give it a look, but this falls for a single. And the runner holds at second, so they're at first and second now with nobody out.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
And that misses ball 1. Now a bluff back to second as he'll just hold on to it. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the run is in from second as they're on the board for the first time. 4-1 now.
In the end, this will be an RBI single off the wall, but it could have and probably should have been a whole lot more.
Joey Votto will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon.
Now pitching for the Phillies.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here. And a high strike there, 0-1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he shakes. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Oh, and he turns on a fastball here and drives one into deep right center. And this is going to get down. Extra bases, and they're starting to make some inroads here. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well. And he will come all the way around. It's an inside-the-park 3-run home run.
Yeah, and you can sort of sense this one coming. I mean, once this thing hits off the wall and they have a little bit of trouble out there with it, he decides he's just going to keep right on going. And he winds up scoring on the inside-the-park home run.
Chris Heisey stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. And he struck him out.
Well, after you've just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown out there. And he made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Utley is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they score 4 times on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly, and we are tied 4-4. J.J. Hoover will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Marlon Byrd will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Right fielder, Marlon
Byrd. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. And that'll take care of the leadoff man here in the home 7th.
Wow, and I think a sigh of relief is in order out there on the mound after that one. That's the potential go-ahead run if he can get aboard. Instead, it's just a loud line-out.
Cody Ashe will stand in again. He lined out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time up. And this is going to be a foul ball. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. Well onto the outfield grass as he makes the stop. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Rafael for call. We'll get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
number 15, Rafael.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. And that's swung on and missed by Furcal as he falls behind here 0-2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
This is sometimes the byproduct of having great stuff. Sometimes it moves so much that no one knows what to do with it. Not all that often that you get a wild pitch on a swing through, but this will still advance that runner 90 feet.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
There's a shot to right field. That's falling for a base hit. Throw comes quickly to the infield, so that go-ahead run will have to hold up at third with 2 away.
And you'd like to think that a 2-out single would score your guy from second, but this ball was just hit too hard, and he's forced to hold on at third base.
2 gone, and Jimmy Rollins will get his shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 7. Changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
Now he's going to have to punch his way out the ropes now.
Here's a 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. Dive, but it's off his glove, and the run should score. And the go-ahead run will score from third as they've taken the lead here in the late going. Manny Parra trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Chase Utley will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Now the first pitch. Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Now a long throw home, and a big RBI there as the run scores from second to make this a 2-run game now.
Oh, and how big a run might that one turn out to be? This is going to make it a 2-run game now, 6-4. And you can bet they're going to keep pushing out there to get maybe 1 or 2 more across. They might need them.
Ryan Howard will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Swing, and ooh, he saws him off with that one. One and two now to the former MVP.
And not only was that way high, but you've got to be careful not to airmail one over your catcher's head.
A little early on the curveball there as this is hit in the air to right field. And Bruce will make the catch, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on.
Your attention, please.
And we'll have a new pitcher come on now as the veteran cut fastball specialist Mike Adams gets the assignment. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And he turns on one here and hits it a mile to left, but this is going to wind up a long foul ball. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Our line score to this point tells the story. You see the Phillies leading this one at home here at Citizens Bank Park as we draw nearer to the end. Brian Pena will stand in. He flew out his last time out. Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. And that's in there. Base hit. And if you're wondering just who remains on the Cincinnati bench, should they think about making a move, there you get a look at him right there.
Jason Bourgeois.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
All right, guys, we're going to check this sequence out again on Show Track, but I can guarantee you he doesn't want to see it again. He's got this thing all backwards up there. He looks at the first 2 pitches. Those are pitches he probably should have swung at. Then he swings at the 1 pitch that's out of the strike zone.
Brandon Phillips will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
This is hit sharply to the left side. And Phillips has himself a base hit. The throw will hold that runner at second base, and now there are 2 on with 2 out.
Yeah, a hot shot that time and a tough read down there at third base. He just couldn't get the leather on it.
Your attention, please.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Jack Hanahan is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Runners left in scoring position, one of the big keys to this ball game so far. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Reds strand a couple. Score remains steady at 6-4. Jonathan Broxton is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Will Nieves will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Oh, darn near had his 2nd home run of the ball game. You see, this thing bangs off the wall out there. He's into second with a double.
Dominic Brown will step in with a big opportunity to get that insurance run home from second. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No one out with a runner at second. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Well, 2 hard-hit balls here to start the inning, and this ball was hit even harder than the double was. But unlike his teammate, he's going to end up in the dugout with nothing to show for it.
Runner at second, 1 away. And standing in now is Marlon Byrd. And this is fouled back and out of play. That's hard hit back up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Boy, it's so nice to have a second baseman that can cover some ground. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle. But look at him make the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position. And he's able to get enough on that throw to get the out at first.
Cody Ashe will dig in with a very important insurance run 90 feet away at third. First pitch on the way. And this is lined right back up the middle. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 9th inning coming up. Phillies on top, 6-4. Joey Votto will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th. Jonathan Papelbon is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th. Now a hard liner, but foul. And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here, 0-2.
And you'd think for as hot as this guy's been over the last few games, they might be treading carefully. They're coming right after him, and now they've got him in an 0-2 hole.
Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
And up by 2 here in the 9th, he needed to make sure he could keep that leadoff man off base so they don't get the tying run to the plate. That's a huge first out.
Jay Bruce comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The 2-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go. Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
Here's a swing and a hard hit ball back up the middle and into center field for a 2-strike single.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Chris Heisey comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
3-0. Ryan Ludwig, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. Billy Hamilton will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Ryan Ludwig stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. Number 19 is there, and he has it for the out. Around third and being waved on home. And that's going to bring in the run from second to make this a 1-run game now.
The batter, number 2,
Zach Kozart will step in with the tying run on first, so he's got to concentrate and work on getting on base here. And he misses inside with that one, ball one.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. And now this crowd, right around 34,000 fans, comes to their feet. Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball two.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. And the throw is dropped. My gracious. And the inning will continue now as there are 2 on with 2 away.
Huh. I'll tell you, this manager, he's probably seen enough. I mean, 2 things you've got to avoid: walks and errors, and we've seen both here this inning.
Brian Pena will come forward now in an RBI opportunity he probably didn't think he'd have.
Yeah, it certainly didn't look like he'd have one, but now's where you really have to make teams pay. Nothing will demoralize a team in the field quite like having 2 out errors that lead to runs.
Throw on to first, he'll take care of him, and the Phillies have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Not exactly a lockdown 9th inning, but they wind up stranding the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first to preserve the victory.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle.
Here's the 3-1. Swing and a drive.